What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Izzy's Retro Video Game Reviews. And on this episode, I'm going to be taking a look at the second of what would be four exclusive WWE Nintendo GameCube titles, WrestleMania 19. So, with that being said, let's get into it. Alright, WrestleMania 19, let's talk about it. So this was the sequel to WrestleMania 18 on the GameCube, which dropped in June of 2002. But this WrestleMania 19 dropped on uh, on September 8th, 2003. So about six six months after the actual WrestleMania 19 19 event, which is a very underrated WrestleMania, by the way. I mean, you had the Rock's, I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin's final match, and Shawn Michaels put on a hell of a match against Chris Jericho. What else happened at WrestleMania? Vince McMahon versus Hulk Hogan. Uh, Kurt versus Brock Lesnar in the match where Brock Lesnar damn near broke his neck trying to do a shooting star press. Just a very very underrated pay per view. But anyway, man, the game, I remember playing this. I didn't own a GameCube until I think 2004. So I remember going to Blockbuster, and I think I mentioned this before on the channel when I was talking about some older games, where you used to be able to rent consoles at Blockbuster. So I rented a GameCube, and then I rented WrestleMania 19, and I was able to play it that way. Yeah, so this control, like the control scheme from WrestleMania 18 and WrestleMania 19 is the same one. They didn't change anything at all. You got your basic weak, strong grapples, your punch and kick and all that, and signature and finisher moves, man. But the roster was a little bit changed because this was definitely the height of the ruthless aggression era, 2003. So so I believe this was the return of Scott Steiner in a WWE video game. Because remember, he had signed with a company in November of 2002 after being one of those superstars who sat out their WCW contract because he was one of those guys making a shit ton of money off of Turner and AOL. So he decided to sit out his contract. So he came over right after his WCW contract expired, and then you also had the debut of Goldberg in a WWE game. This was his only appearance on the Nintendo GameCube, but he would later go on to appear in SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain, and Raw 2 on the Xbox. So and then he wouldn't make a return after that till one of the WWE 2K series. I forgot which one was his first one back. I believe it was 2K16. Yeah, 2K16. Goldberg came back in 2K16. But yeah. So and then the story mode. I believe I got it mixed up with WrestleMania X8 story mode. So I remember I said last week that the story mode for WrestleMania X8, when I was describing it, uh, it was actually the story mode for this game. So the story mode for WrestleMania 19 was pretty unconventional. You can select any superstar on the roster except Vince, Stephanie, and a created superstar. And basically, what you would do is, it was called revenge mode. So what would happen? So the mode saw you basically get thrown out of a WWE arena by security, and now you're trying to fight your way back to the WWE to ruin WrestleMania. So like basically you're taking on all the people that put together WrestleMania, from the construction crews to stagehands to everybody, and you stop at nothing till you ruin WrestleMania for Vince and Stephanie, and I believe the end culminates in a WrestleMania match against Vince, and it was definitely a real curveball as far as traditional story modes go, uh, and and what do you call it? Just like WrestleMania 18 before it, there was no commentary on the in WrestleMania 19, so you basically got generic background music as your soundtrack, but that was a small price to pay because like I said, I have very fond memories of playing WrestleMania 19, and just seeing that commercial that you saw before I started talking. Uh, it just brings back memories, man. Like I said, WrestleMania 19 was such an underrated pay per view, and the GameCube, the WWE GameCube games don't get the respect that they deserve when talking about wrestling games. But yeah, man, so many cool memories. If you had WrestleMania 19 on the GameCube, let me know your thoughts and comments and who you played with and all that stuff. All that stuff. But anyway, that is gonna do it for this episode of Izzy's Retro Video Game Reviews. Like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. And I, of course, will see you guys on the next one. Peace.